In my last video, I had discussed about how the select committee report has been released by the ministry, and the definition of accountants doesn't contain the term cost accountants. So in effect, cost accountants will not be permitted to conduct tax audit under the Income Tax Act 1961. Yes, little bit demotivating, but we are focused on the opportunities and not the things that we have left. Still, the Institute of Cost Accountants of India took a drastic step by introducing tax audit, a supplementary on tax audit in CMA Final Direct Taxation, covering the practical aspects of tax audit, and a detailed, supplementary which was added on to the course curriculum of CMA Final, which is a very pleasant step, very welcoming step by the Institute of Cost Accountants of India regarding equipping the cost accountants with the necessary skills that are required to conduct tax audit. Actually, not equipping, but further strengthening, because we are already equipped, because the tax audit provisions are already there in the course curriculum. So further strengthening those steps, the Institute of Cost Accountants of India introduced supplementary with tax audit details. And now a befitting reply to the ministry by way of this press release which has been done by Institute of Cost Accountants of India. Very polite, very humble, yet stern, yet very very convincing, very strategically, very confidently, the Institute of Cost Accountants of India have put forth their point that why they don't disagree with the decision which is made by the ministry. Let's read it. Institute of Cost Accountants of India has gone through the report of Select Committee on the Income Tax Bill and the recommendations therein. ICMA thanks the Select Committee for giving them opportunity to present their inputs on the Income Tax Bill 2025 and also to explain detailed rationale behind our rightful demand of inclusion of cost accountants in the definition of accountants. We are pleased that competency of cost accountants in handling income tax and certification in terms of technical knowledge, expertise and experience is established through this report of the Select Committee. However, with heavy heart, we note that our rightful demand of recognition in the Income Tax Act is overlooked by the Select Committee on the technicalities. Now, this is important. We are not in agreement with the reasoning given in the report of the Select Committee for non-inclusion of cost accountants. We will continue to engage with the government and tax authorities to remove any such technical difficulties and ultimately gain our rightful place as experts in the income tax domain. The ICMI, through its members, will keep on serving the society at large by offering consultancy and advisory services in the domain of income tax and make sure that interests of both the assessee and the government exchequer are protected. The CMA qualification is hallmark of excellence, professional integrity and ethical behavior. Our members and students are spread across India and are serving government, industry and society through their professional contribution and will continue to do so. So in a very, very polite manner, a humble manner, a disagreement has been expressed by the Institute of Cost Accountants of India over the exclusion of cost accountants in the definition of accountants in the Income Tax Act. Plus, an assertion has been made, a rightful assertion has been made that cost accountants are well equipped with all the necessary skills which are required to conduct the cost audit, and still, even if the cost accountants are not included in the definition of accountants, still we will have two areas which are open to everyone: consultancy and advisory in the domain of income tax, which is not monopoly of any single professional. It can be done by anyone. And yes, one who has the skill, one who has the competence, one who has the experience and expertise in income tax can do consultancy and advisory at any given point in time. And trust me guys, consultancy and advisory shapes the future of a particular company, because company before conducting any transaction would take advice of an income tax expert, and this is how advisory and the consultancy works. So yes, nothing to worry. I always tell all my students and my ex-students and the current CMAs that nothing to worry about. If you are passionate about income tax, then these two areas are absolutely open for you, and you can definitely do wonders in consultancy and advisory domain of Income Tax Act. And of course, the compliances part is open to everyone. So one door shut, but many other doors which have always been open can be explored by each one of us. But this is a befitting reply by the Institute of Cost Accountants of India to the ministry, and I hope and pray that in near future we definitely see growth of our profession by inclusion of cost accountants in the definition of accountants in the Income Tax Act 1961. And yes, as the press release is amply clear, that we will continue to hold the fort. We will continue to knock the doors of the ministry to get our rightful position under the Income Tax Act. So yes, this was a development on this front. On that positive note, all the very best and happy studying.